I believe today's devotion will be especially good for so many of us today that might be dealing with this issue of loneliness. With the coronavirus, social distancing, isolation, not being able to get with family, friends, church gatherings, and so forth, it's very possible you might be feeling lonely. Matter of fact, there's a lot of people today in this country and around the world who, even though they are around people and even though they are in the crowds, they feel lonely. They feel left all by themselves. They feel disconnected. They don't feel like they're a part of someone else or a part of another gathering, and it's difficult. And so today I want to talk about a word that I believe is the cure for loneliness, and it's called fellowship. Fellowship. Someone said fellowship is four fellows in the same ship together. And but you could be in the same ship and not have fellowship if you're not getting along with each other. So it'd be four fellows in the same ship that, well, they are getting where they like each other and they love each other and they're communing and communicating with each other. Yeah, that's what we need today, especially in this day of social isolation, social distancing. Well, I find that the way to have fellowship one with another is to learn how to have fellowship with God. And that's why First John was written, the little book of First John. In First John 1:3, the Apostle John wrote these words: "That which we have seen and heard, we declare to you, that you also may have fellowship with us, and truly our fellowship is with the Father and with his Son, Jesus Christ." He said, come join me, come join me, come over here. Get into something and get on to something that's really good, all right? Have fellowship with us. And let me tell you where that fellowship comes from. It comes from the fellowship that we have with the Father and with his Son, Jesus Christ. It means I'm connected to God. I'm intimate with God, and I'm intimate with his Son, Jesus Christ. You know, precious is the fellowship of those whose citizenship is in heaven. The Bible also says in 1 Corinthians 1:9, God is faithful, by whom you were called unto the fellowship of his Son, Jesus Christ. We can have fellowship with the Savior. In Philippians 2:1, we have the fellowship of the Spirit he talks about. In Philippians 3:10, even in the midst of the suffering, he says that I might know him and the fellowship of his suffering. In 1 John 1:7, we actually have the fellowship of the saints. And then in 2 Corinthians 8:4, there is the fellowship of service, the fellowship of ministering, serving the saints. And so this is so vitally important to join in a fellowship that will destroy that feeling of loneliness in your life. And it all begins with believing that Jesus Christ is God's Son. Now, John is trying to tell us in those first verses of this book, he said, I was there when Jesus came on the scene. I looked at him. I saw him with my own eyes. My hands handled him. I saw him on the cross. I saw him die on that cross. I saw where he was buried. I went to the tomb. And on the third day, I found it empty. And then after that, I saw him for 40 days. He's alive. And I have fellowship with him. And I want you to have that fellowship with us. Now listen, there's another kind of fellowship that's not good. It's the fellowship of Satan. And in Ephesians 5:11, it says, have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. And so, my friend, today, let's have heavenly fellowship. But to have heavenly fellowship, we must make sure that we don't have a hindering fellowship. And that's why 1 John ends with this word, little children, keep yourself from idols. Yet we start having fellowship with the things of this world, they'll keep us from having fellowship with the Lord. And I'm telling you, the loneliness of your heart can't be met with the things of this world. Only Jesus can meet that void in your life. Today, come to him. He loves you. He died for you. He rose again. He'll be your Savior today if you'll trust him. Today, let's have the cure for loneliness. Let's apply it. Let's have fellowship with him. Come to him right now.